If you have a tight chest or even a tight upper back and neck, then these 3 stretches are for you. Hey there, Coach Tyler here, and today I'm gonna walk you through my 3 favorite stretches for your chest. And these aren't your typical chest stretches, like bringing your arm across your chest or putting your arms up in the doorway. And those are okay, but these are 3 of my favorite active stretches, meaning you'll not only get more flexible, but stronger at the same time. Also, the chest is surrounded by muscles on all sides. So we're not just gonna stretch the chest by bringing our arms out to the side. Instead, these 3 stretches are going to stretch and strengthen the muscles of your chest, the front sides of your shoulders, the muscles underneath your armpits, and even your upper back as well. This way, you can not only have a looser chest, but also improve your posture and relieve any upper back, neck, or shoulder pain and tightness that you might have right now. Point is, your whole upper body will feel amazing when you give each of these 3 stretches a shot. All right, let's dive into the first stretch. Okay, if you have a tight chest, then I'm gonna show you perhaps my favorite stretch that you can do to open up your chest. So this is called the floor chest opener with a knee up. And I'll show you how to do it right now with perfect form. So here's what it looks like. You're gonna come down to the ground on your belly. And the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put one arm out to the side like this. And when you put that arm out to the side, what I don't want you to do is, I'll show you on this side, I don't want you to roll your shoulder forward. Instead, what I want you to do is roll your shoulder back like this. So if you have to, you can turn your thumb towards the sky or even towards your toes, all the way over towards your toes. And what you'll instantly feel is that your shoulder blade goes back and down into the right position. Now you're gonna have to play around with your hand position because sometimes people feel a stretch right here, sometimes they feel a stretch here, here, here. So play around with where your hand is relative to your body, and when you feel the biggest stretch in your chest, then you'll know that that's the right spot for you to keep your hand while you do the floor chest opener exercise. So bring your hand out. Good place to start is about kind of forehead height. So arm out to the side, about forehead height. Press your arm into the ground, and then what you're gonna do is use this opposite arm to help your body rotate over. Now, if you feel a stretch here already, that's totally fine. Just stay here, and on every breath as you inhale, press your back hand, the one back here by the couch, press that hand into the ground as you inhale, and as you exhale, relax. Don't press anything, just let every muscle go, relax and go, and rotate over. So what that's gonna do is it's gonna help strengthen your chest while you're stretching at the same time. So strength in these positions is so important to make sure that you don't get injured, okay? So with this knee up, what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna bring this leg up, and it's gonna help push us even more that way. However you wanna do that, doesn't really matter. You can bring your foot out like this, you can bring your foot out like this. You know, if you can put your foot out like this. It's gonna kinda help rotate you that way. But we're gonna sit here for about 30 seconds to a minute. You're gonna press your hand in the ground as you inhale. Exhale, try to rotate a little bit more and look towards the sky. Press the hand on the ground, inhale. And then relax everything. Try to rotate a little bit more as you press toward the sky. And you're gonna feel your chest stretch more and more and more as you rotate more and more. And again, my hand is at my forehead height, but for you, maybe you'll get a better chest stretch with your hand up high. Or maybe you'll get a better chest stretch with your hand down low. Whatever you choose, make sure you go with a position where you feel the deepest stretch in your chest. Now, if this is too difficult or it's hard for you to get on the floor, you can model this exercise against a wall and do the chest opener stretch against a wall using all the same key points of alignment and all the same techniques. Otherwise, make sure you do the stretch often, especially if you have bad posture or a tight chest, because it's one of the absolute best chest exercises and one of the absolute best ways to strengthen and stretch your chest all at the same time. Real quick, before we go to stretch number 2, where I'll share an amazing stretch that also activates your shoulder blades, which will help with posture and upper back and neck tightness or pain, I wanted to ask you for a quick favor. If you're enjoying this content and want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button and click the little bell icon so you can get an update every time we release a new video like this. It helps us get noticed more, and our videos will help you transform your body faster. Okay, let's head back to the video and I'll show you that posture activating stretch next. Okay, this stretch is called the infinity hover. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna start in a chair in a seated position. It's helpful to have a chair where you can dangle your fingertips like this, not sitting on a couch where your hands are gonna run into something, because as you'll see in a second, you're gonna bring your arms behind your back through this motion, okay? So from there, I'm gonna scoot to the front of my chair, get my butt to the front of the chair. I wanna think nice and tall posture. And what you're essentially gonna do is come from position to position with one arm over the top trying to touch in between your shoulder blades, and the other arm behind your back also trying to touch in between your shoulder blades. Your goal should be to touch fingertips here. If you can touch your fingertips on both sides, then you're nice and flexible. If not, try to hold each position and really ratchet your body as close to touching your fingertips as humanly possible. From there, your arms come out to the palms straight position, like this. Then you're gonna rotate this thumb down, keep this one up, and you're gonna reach behind and go to the opposite side. And again, try to touch your fingertips behind your back on each rep. So you're gonna hold this for just a couple seconds, rotate through, palms forward, then the one that's gonna go behind your back that always goes thumb down and arm over. Now, as you're doing this, try not to let your ribs poke out as you're doing this. Try to think about tall posture, tight core the entire time you do this exercise, okay? You can inhale as you come over. You can exhale to try and relax the muscles as you kind of wiggle them closer to each other. Come back to the position, inhale again. Exhale, try to wiggle those muscles closer. And you're just gonna go side to side. Now this is a wonderful exercise because it's not a typical stretch where you're applying pressure to a muscle. It's an active stretch where your body needs to learn how to activate those muscles in order to get into each position. And the other thing I like about this exercise is it will show you the imbalances you have, as it's likely that one side is gonna be significantly closer at touching your fingers than the other side. So make sure to spend a little bit more time on the opposite side if you can, to try and balance the body out a little bit more. So that is the seated infinity hover. Great exercise to practice to make sure that you stretch and strengthen all the muscles of your chest and shoulders at the same time. Hey, before we get to the third and final stretch that will really open up your chest and shoulders, I wanted to mention that if you like the detail that we give to make sure you're not just exercising, but moving your body correctly, then you'll love the workouts we send to our members at warriormade.com. And that's because our workouts are like having a personal trainer built into your phone, tablet, or desktop computer. Every exercise in our workout is customized to your skill level. And we break down every exercise using our visual teaching system to make sure you're doing exercises with good form. What this means is you can get faster results and in a way that's much safer too. So to give our follow along home workout system a try, just click the link below either now or after you finish this video and you can try it for free on me. Okay, let's jump into that third and final stretch that's gonna really open up your chest and shoulders. Okay, this is one of my all-time favorite stretches for the shoulders and the chest and the hamstrings and the lower back and the rest of your body all at the same time. So this exercise is called the German stretch. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'll show you how to start into it, and I'll show you how you can work up to just getting deeper and deeper into the stretch so you can do the more advanced variation, which will be what I'm showing you here. So bring your hands behind your back, clasp your fingers together like this, and try to straighten your arms while pulling your shoulder blades back and down. Now, for some people, this might be the stretch. That might be all you get to, is your arms are like this, your shoulders are forward, and it's really hard for you to even straighten your arms. So if that's you, then just keep trying to drive your fingertips and your knuckles towards the ground and straighten your arms until you're able to really lift your chest and your upper back into this position. From there, the start is to drive your pinky towards the sky. So you're trying to create space between your hands and your butt, right there. And that's gonna really start to stretch the fronts of your shoulders and your biceps as you go into the stretch, okay? If you need to, you can lean a little bit back to kind of create that distance, but again, you're trying to get active muscles in the backs of your shoulder blades to do this. Now, if you can lift all the way to here, like just off your butt, maybe a foot or so, then you can start hinging forward at the hips. As you come forward, relax your spine and let your pinkies come as far down towards the ground as possible. And in this position, all you're gonna do is continuously think about driving your arms down that way with straight elbows, and while not shrugging your shoulders to the ears, you still want your shoulders back and down, just like we had them right here. Okay, so there's a full spectrum of the German stretch. If you're a total beginner and you can barely straighten your elbows, just work on this part. If you're intermediate, then just work on this part right here. And if you're pretty flexible, then hinge to the hips, relax the spine, and let your pinkies come all the way down as far as you possibly can, really feeling that full stretch all the way across your shoulders and your chest, and even in your back, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your calves. Practice this one often. Literally, like get up in the morning and practice exercise twice a day. Get it from your desk at work or from your couch while watching TV and practice exercise. It's wonderful for improving your posture because again, it stretches and strengthens a ton of different muscles, especially by stretching the chest and strengthening the muscles between your shoulder blades, which is responsible for going from this posture to this posture. So that's the German stretch and how to do it with perfect form. All right, there you have it. 3 of my favorite stretches to loosen up and strengthen your chest and shoulders at the same time. And now that your chest feels amazing and your posture is probably more upright, can I show you how to make your whole body feel amazing too? Yeah? Great! Because the next video that I made for you is this one right here. It's a video where I cover my top 7 self-care tips that will make your whole body feel amazing. If you add just one of these tips into your daily, weekly, or monthly routine, you'll feel so much more energy. You'll be more calm, and you'll be able to take on more stress too. So, make sure to check out those 7 self-care tips next. I'll see you there.